Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody. It's
We're
another
back.
installment.
Well, I think I'm going to let Lex lead this one because she had the great title for it.
I'll lead it all right.
And I think it's called...
Well, we're going to title this "The Decay of Common Decency in Our Society," as our society currently stands.
Oh, God.
And I think we've been seeing this for the past while now,
At
bit by bit, the past year with, I don't know, all kinds of political situations happening that appall some of us absolutely, that have nothing to do with the political issues, but just the behavior. And I just have to say that this past day or two with the situation with the Republican guy in Montana body slamming, and he was a contender for Senate,
House of Representatives.
Yeah.
You know,
like in a current voting situation, the day before the election, a body slamming a reporter.
Well, I think what's...
I mean, it's just like, in whose world, and I've been saying this for the past year about various different things. I think you all know what I'm talking about. But in whose world is that okay?
I think the thing that's also just particularly disturbing about that is the fact that when you asked his brethren, and his brethren being in the Republican Party, there was no denunciation of it. There was I have to hear the facts. And I think if you heard the video, if not the video, but if you heard the audio recording, you could clearly hear that this person running for Congress was unhinged, threatening the reporter. There was a large kerfuffle, and it's unacceptable. But I think what has been deemed as unacceptable previously is now acceptable, and I think that is
the decay of common decency.
Is really scary right now. It's that this type of behavior is now almost, and I don't think I go too far by saying embraced.
Well, it's definitely being normalized.
It's like, what are you talking about? It's like nothing happened. So that's what I would add to what you started out with.
I've got nothing beyond that. I mean, and I agree. I think that a lot lately is allegations and all of these things, and I'm one of the first people to say, now wait a minute, about any number of things. Hang on. When you're talking about an allegation, that isn't a fact. So let us wait till we get the facts. So I understand that. I mean, I'm certainly, that's fine. I haven't seen it. I heard it. I've heard of it from,
I don't even think of that. I mean, yes, you could say that, but we could talk about the just in general how campaigns were run last year, and we could say that those were not, at least on the Republican side, to me, were not, there was no decorum, there was no decency there. When you're running a campaign talking about locking up your opponent, I don't think that that's really how anybody should be operating. And, when we have crowds of people cheering that to me is a sad state of affairs. There's no, and so I kind of think that, you kind of look at it and you say, geez, where have we gone? I think that we really do have to look at that and think about just common courtesies. I think are I don't want to say a thing of the past, but I think really we have to reach for them now. It's kind of like, remember when you used to do a thank you, or when you would say thank you for just things that would happen, like somebody opening the door for you, or getting a gift. I don't know.
The decay of common decency. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Well, weren't we just watching just this minute a clip of Trump heaving aside the leader of Montenegro to get to the front of something on his world tour? Trump's world tour that he's doing right now. And that just like having somebody in power that does that kind of thing just adds a nod to okayness or normalcy for other people to do it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, there was something on, there was a debate about whether the president now and his actions kind of give credence or embolden people that have these kind of twisted views about things. And there's always many sides to the argument, and I can see both sides to it. I could see no, everybody is really pretty much responsible for themselves, but on a larger question, you do kind of say, we got here somehow, and it wasn't like somebody else was driving the bus. I mean,
what do you mean by that?
We as a society drove this bus.
You mean the bus to the decay of common decency, or
yes.
What bus?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It's not like, it's not like this is being acted upon us. It's like, there is some responsibility that we bear. It's not like, oh my God, you wake up and now,
and suddenly we've lost our manners.
Right, and suddenly this is, there's little things that get traded off day by day, but I do think that on a positive note, there is a road back. I don't think that we're doomed. I think that certainly remembering these little things that and maybe not so little. I mean, I think things that help us remember our humanity are the things that we need to continue to be doing. Being thankful,
being compassionate,
right? Remembering that we're all
treating others like they would, like you would want to be treated.
We're all connected. God help us. We are. It's just there's no getting around it. We are, and together we'll be better than separate. And some of that is the good stuff, and some of that is the not so good stuff, but it all makes it, kind of get it all together, and then there you go. So the title again, my dear, was
The Decay of Common Decency in Our Current Society.
And I think we can get back to
Chris is wrapping it up in a positive way.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can get back to being more thoughtful about how we are with each other. But it takes...
Well, some of us haven't left being thoughtful.
It takes some energy, though. And it takes some thought. And
right.
I know that
yes.
I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So to wrap it up.
Well, I'm happy that I'm with my ever hopeful Chris. And, all you can do really is continue to fight the good fight and remember your manners. Remember your compassion. Remember your gratitude. That's all I got to say.
And on that, we bid you a good night.
Good night.